Hello and welcome. Right, Friday Night Live, loads to do. Are we going to start with the DC area or are we going to carry on with the Marvel area? We have got a box of minifigures to go through. So the plan of attack for this evening will be, or whenever you guys are watching this back, to try and figure out what minifigures we're going to use for the new Gotham area, which is this bit just there. So we have started to add some bits in. Obviously, this bit here will be another building. A bit behind it will be another building, and then this will be a road. There's a road underneath the tracks. We'll have to put a train on the tracks, obviously, and then we can figure out exactly what can go where for these displays. We have added in a little bit of an alleyway. We did that sort of yesterday. We'll figure out we're going to keep the Joker bit at the back as well, so we'll figure that out as we go. But we've also got plenty to do on the Marvel side, and there is plenty of figures to do. So get this poll up. What do we do with the city? In case you can't see this poll back, I've got a poll going. Do we make a Ninjago city, which means we use those sets there with the boat and then add it in to the gap that we have created over, and let me spin you around, over here. So basically from where that Coke bottle is across, there was a couple of modulars, and we actually have now got space to actually extend the city around. So we could potentially do that. So that could be an area that we could look into doing, which would be, it'd be something slightly different. For guys that have liked the video already, thank you very much. It does help with everything. So yeah, we've got options with that, and then further around. So basically where the fan blade is, you can see there's gaps. So there should have been 2-3 modulars there. We've got some modulars there. So I can actually bring the diner over, and where that horrible corner is, we can just sort that out. So potentially we could put a floodlit football pitch there, add a drag strip, or do we just expand this bit already into a second thing? So we've got plenty of options. Mr. Saturday Avenue, how are we? And sir, how is life? How is everything? I will catch you up with what you missed the other day. That is the start of the DC area, which I think visually looks okay on the camera. I think we've done a good job with that. And then we've got more buildings, modulars and stuff to add. Need to go through all the boxes of the minifigures for all of the Marvel and the DC things. Also, we have got that poll, kicking off with this poll. Who's saying what? 50-50 for an either Ninjago City or expand. That didn't take long. So potentially we could do both. I was thinking they might be the favorite of the two, because we could put the Ninjago City here, like I said, so there'll be plenty of space to where that Coke bit is, and then the diner and stuff can just come over. The Marvel bit can jump up, and then we can just expand the DC area over, maybe. So we have got options. We have got options. Yeah, I've got quite a lot of funky t-shirts like this. I got given some, which I was really privileged, and I've managed to pick some up from Germany. Some of them are grey with like Lego heads on, but it's so hot up here, you end up sweating. I just end up having sweaty pits. So I'll save that for when it gets a little bit cooler. But yeah, so like I said, we've got a box of figures in here that Mr. J. Dogwell, so J's Toy Collection UK, very kindly sourced for me, and he spent ages finding loads and loads of minifigures. There's loads of figures in there. So we've got, for example, Superman, Bizarro, Thor we need to add in. So we have got a couple of Marvel minifigures that we need to add in. So we need to figure out what we're going to do with what figure. We've got the cool this cool Joker as well that we need to figure out where they're going to go, because all the displays that we've done so far, they're on a 16x16 base plate. So ideally we need to give that sort of attention to the Gotham area. If not, what we can do is, obviously, because these modulars are very, very close and they come off, we can actually put the figures inside of it, and I can get some photos of them inside, and we all know that they're in there. So that is the plan of attack. So I've got a cool looking Bizarro. I know I've gone through a couple of these with you as well, so I'll put him over there. Flash was up for grabs for the roller coaster on the Joker Manor, so we could put him on there potentially. Cartoon Thor, so he needs to go somewhere over there. We have got the cartoon Iron Man that we need to find a space for as well. So obviously that's on the bit behind me. So I think we'll carry on with the Marvel bit first, because I have got a bit of idea with regards to just a leaking drain around the Scorpion, and then maybe put another bin in, and then figure out if we need to put some benches and stuff in. But we have got a full 16 by 16 base plate available to do something with. I'll show you how the Punisher display finished yesterday. I think we did a good job on that. And I put the Sandman back in and made the display slightly different. So yeah, Killian sent me a picture of him having a bit of an accident. So have you cleaned it yet and used those steri strips? You know, the ones that pinch your skin together. Have you used those yet? So we've got Thanos that we need to put in. That'll go on the 16 by 16 base plate. So he needs to go over there. We've got a Wonder Woman that we need to put over on the DC area if we're doing DC rather than Gotham. Captain Red Skull, he needs to go in. Just so you know, my fingernails aren't dirty, they're bruised from taking all of the tiles off. So that's what those marks are on my left hand, because I am left-handed. I can do that as long as I like, and it's not going to come out. So just in case you think I'm gross, they are bruised, especially that one, because the amount of picking up that I did, because I know you guys can feel sorry for me. But before the live yesterday, every single tile on the Marvel area I ripped up and put back down again, because I needed the 16 by 16s and put them down 32 by 32. So, right, Jobby, Captain Red Skull, he is obviously Marvel. He has the Captain America. So we need to find something for him. So that's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got a couple of Green Lanterns. He's a cool looking one actually, so he needs to go potentially somewhere as well. Yeah, so Killian, anybody that's watching this back and for some reason is watches it before the chat fires back up, because I will always add the chat replay. Had a bit of an accident with this hedge cutter, which is not the most ideal situation, Mr. Killian, but you survived it, so good. Otherwise that could have been blimmin' awful. We've got this cool Loki, probably on top of one of the buildings. Kind of makes sense. Maybe put him on top of the. I suppose he could be on the back of the Daily Bugle, having a beef with Thor, and it's kind of until they make an Avengers Tower, so he could potentially go up there. So that's maybe those two. Now this is a tricky one, because I know everybody's a massive fan of villains. Now, this is probably one of the better figures that I've got, and it was with a magazine, I do believe. Again, Jay's Toy Collection UK found this one for me. I have added on a secondary freeze gun, but I think he's a cool looking figure. So how are we going to incorporate water and ice in Gotham if we're not going to have him on the docks, if we're going to change it all? Because if we expand for whatever reason, then we're not going to do it, but we could add on a little bit. The Ninjago City, obviously where that is, in case you guys are wondering what that Ninjago City is, it's all of that there, which means that can actually come over, the boat can come over, we can put water stuff in front of it, we can maybe add some of the Monkey Kid sets and things like that, and then that can be used for more theme park space. Or if I end up doing this gaming thing that I've been talking about, I could put a TV up there, the PlayStation can live there, and I can just sit here and stream. So options. So yeah, all of these figures I'm showing you, I need all of your ideas for, because yesterday I got so carried away with the Gotham, completely forgot about how we're going to do the villain stuff. I think Bizarro and Superman need to be flying around somewhere. So that's obviously I will put full legs on, but they're all the cartoon ones. They do the trick. We've got more. So there's another, the Lego Movie 2 Green Lantern, which nobody liked in that film. That geezer as well. We have more. I know we have more. But I think we just get our teeth sunk into it and just start, I think. Because even things like, we've got like the little weird back car, but we have got, in case you didn't know, I have picked up, where are they? Oh, I'm not going to pick them up. The Batman car and the smaller tumbler. I think the best idea so far, it's bugging me, is recreating the Daily Bugle, which that thing there with the bike, and having the tumbler going up. I think that would look pretty cool. So yeah, it's we have stuff to do. So I'm just reading. I am reading your conversations as we go. Yeah, it's not an ideal situation, Killian. So right, we are favouring Ninjago City at the moment. So feel free to vote, like, and all that sort of stuff, which is always good. Hey, right. If I bring you over this side, so which means I have tried to kind of figure it out a little bit better today because I've got you on a different table. But if I bring you over to here, no such thing as PP over this way. Saturday, no such thing, especially not in your own garden. All right, that is where we're at. Let me just have a look for myself. So I am thinking we need to do something with this geezer here. So he is something that we need to do. I thought just for an effect, I'd quite like to add a little bit of water just to there. So a little bit of water there. I just need to tile around these guys. I've added in a little bit more detail after we turned it off yesterday with regards just to the construction crew who are wearing full PPE equipment, all got helmets on, Killian. Saturday, in case you didn't see this, the chicken thing is now completely done. Bike has been found. That is all done and in. So I think that's looking okay. And you can see the rhino in the distance attacking the car. The truck has actually been wedged. I've managed to do it differently where I've now got that blocked up. And then we come around and then we come through. So this, if we do the Ninjago thing, it's Coke, corner, across and down, all as Ninjago City, basically, which because all I can do is I can just push that over, spin that round, and then that'll be the start of it. And then because we've got all of that gap over there as well, potentially they can come over, and then we've got that gap there. So there's actually quite a lot of space now we've taken those modulars out. But that is what we're doing so far. And Killian very kindly helped with the Punisher stuff. So we've got a little bit of an Easter egg with Emmett up at the top. Obviously, he should be working, but he's got Rex. They're the two special figures that you get with that fist, the tribute fist. So he's actually got his little stubble on, which he's trying to copy himself. But if you look, I've taken off the wheel caps. I took off the big supercharger at the front of the Fast and the Furious car, and we've managed to place it with a little bit of fire on the back of it. And then you've got all the blood and all that sort of thing, but you can see all the heads up top. You've got dead bodies on the bench and everything around. As I pan around, you should be able to see the Punisher underneath the pull sign in the doorway. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to add in some water just here. Like I said, tiles here. We've then got full 16 by 16, which we need to use some of these with. So I'm guessing Iron Man and Thanos should be, I guess, front and center in front of what will be obviously the new Doctor Strange set. So we need to figure out what we're going to do with those two. And do we put these two for now up on top of the Bugle, just having a chit chat up at the top, just as a bit of a thing like they were in the original film. Just let us know. What do we think? What do we think? So that is the plan that I want to do first. While I'm doing that, and you guys obviously having a good chit chat away, I will go back through all of this in a second because I'm not ignoring you guys in there. We have got all of the villains that we need to think of and sort out with regards to the DC stuff. Realistically, we said potentially a skyscraper. Just I'll get you round. So that is, you can see the edge of the texture. If I just do that. Right, so where all those figures are, that would be the skyscraper. You get some nice views from that. You can get the stuff and everything underneath there. So that would do the trick nicely. I would imagine, dude, yes, I would imagine I would have, I've got all of these. Look, there's one brand new in there. Look. I mean, they are right beside me. There's packs of them. I'm bad, man. I'm bad. But yeah, they're new. That's another new one. That's got an instruction manual in. Yeah, so I've got a few of them. They'll be dotted around, I'm sure, somewhere. But it's like anything. I've probably moved them, stuck them to something, and can I find them now? No. So we have an Iron Man and a War Machine. So I don't know. We're not going to use them for that display, but if we expand the Marvel display and do like an endgame scene, we can do that as well. So that'll be fine. But I need all of your help with regards to all of this. What are we going to be doing with Bizarro, Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman? The Riddler comes with like a little cash point and a little car. How are we going to incorporate that? Do we put the road in there? Where does the Bat vehicles go? And all of that. Oh, yeah. Sorry, of course. Yeah, good thinking. If I can find it, then yeah, we can use it. We can use the effects for Thor. You know, that's a good idea. See, that is why you guys are here, and I just sit here and talk absolute nonsense. So I will start in a second on the old Marvel. But yeah, I'm going to need your guys' input for the DC. Yeah, we've got the little flash car thing that it came with. There's a little bike in here. Oh, hang on. Bane with Dynamite. He's a cool figure. He's got the Dynamite, and then on the back he's got his print. So there's need to find somewhere for Bane and what he's going to do with that. What else have we got in here? That is the little bank scene. That is some Lego Technic. That does not need to be in there at all. A lot of flame effects. Ah, there he is. Finally, a grey Batman. I haven't got any of that one, so yeah, I'm not too sure what to do. I don't know whether just to have the Riddler by a cash point. I don't know what to do with him. So I have, because obviously the Tumblr came with that cool figure as well, so we got him to use. We almost need like a gathering. Maybe if we can't figure out what to do with them, worst case, I guess we could open the cinema up and have them watching the film. Because don't forget, if you've not seen the inside of this, the cinema has all the seats in it with a film playing, so they could just be sat in there. So we don't know what to do with them. We could put them in that bit. I think we obviously need to do something very cool with regards to this. So either he's freezing the road, or maybe some of the external bits of the building, so we can just use the water tiles and the white just as a bit of freeze stuff. I think that will do the trick. Batman over there. We've got Catwoman with some milk and the crystal by the looks of it. Mr. JD, how are we, sir? How are we? So we need everybody's knowledge, Jay, with regards to who can do what where for both sides of the display. Oh, there's a bin. We like that. That's what we want. Another Batman. Bank. Hot dog. Fire. Yeah, so we've got loads of figures and nowhere to put them for the DC, which isn't great. But yeah, the Scarecrow. That's allowed, dude. Get it done. Just keep going. Yeah, we did quite a good bit yesterday. I did a Sandman bit. I'm just gonna, like I said 19 minutes ago, I'm gonna start with the Marvel bit because I've got some plans for that, but just a little bit confuzzled with what we're gonna going to do with all of these, because that is the pile of DC figures, and that's not even including the vehicles. So yes. All right, let me go through. Started with the PPE, didn't we? PPE looks great. How's the alleyway? Yeah, so the alleyway, we've obviously not, we didn't put the figures or anything in there, did we? We just left it be. So overview of it, it's just there, basically. There's a lot of work that needs to be done for it if we're going to do anything with it. But yeah, it's just, are we going to keep that? Are we going to use that as a road and expand this DC bit? Is it going to be big enough? I don't know what the final thought process is, because this side, where there isn't anything, obviously we can't do anything else because there's no table, but the table carries on going behind me. So if we crack on with the Marvel bit first, and like I said, then we can go to the DC. You guys can just keep smashing out a load of ideas. There we go. Well, this is it. It could be because we've got the as you can see, the Statue, the Liberty bit. Half of that table was going to be water, so we can still do that because I have got the big 48 by 48 base plate, so we could put that there eventually because I've got all of my stuff there ready to tile both sides. So I could just take all of that off, and then the alleyway would then become the way into that next section, which would then mean, do we put the alleyway beside the police station, which is obviously then between the police station and the Joker Manor, because out the front of the Joker Manor, we will have 2, maybe 3 16 by 16 spaces. And then we've got another 2 16 by 16 between the 32 by 32s of the buildings. So it would just be a case of what we can do with that. I know, disgusting, isn't it? Well, to be fair, last night was an absolute farce. Nobody got notified. It just didn't work for a lot of people, which is a bit of a shame. So I thought, well, we'll just try it tonight and see what happens. So it seems to be all right so far. People are here, kind of, which is good. So if I take you off, you guys can see. You can see that all right, can't you? Yeah, is that all right? We kind of are there and alive. So I want to, this bit here, I want to add in some water, just a bit, and then add in some more grey, which is obviously Jay's favourite colour. So green going into the one drain, and I just thought we'd have a bit of a leaky drain, just to sort of try and make it slightly different. Obviously, we don't want to add a huge pop of colour, but thought maybe we could have it leaking. We could have it leaking ever so slightly, which I thought would be something a little bit different, with a little bit of texture and stuff in there, and see what we can make of that. Yeah, so we can do the docks. Yeah, I think that's the issue we've got. I think we've got a really nice fascia with regards to the buildings, but we're a bit stuck for actual display space, because obviously we've got 2 32 by 32s. Well, we've got 3 32 by 32 space for display, if not more, for this bit. Whereas the docks behind us, we could have a huge area if we went behind, but I guess the docks can't be part of the alleyway. So we've got all of this space just here. I've moved all of this over to here for tonight, so I can actually start the live on that table. So all of this space is docks if we want it, but it does mean that we might have to redesign the entrance to the docks from there. And then, like I said, we've got the space up at the top on that bit. We need to figure out what building is going to go there, what building is going to go there, and are we using all of these DC figures? So are we going to use like Bizarro and Flash and stuff, or do we just want all of the villains? That's the thing. And obviously we want to do a really nice display with him as well. So yeah, we've got lots to lots to think about and lots to do. But yeah, I just wanted to add a bit of a leakage in there. Turtles are going to go up here, so we can just get them. I can just tile that bit so nothing really can go on. I want to tile just here, and then this here, this 16 by 16. We just need something to go. If I put Loki and Thor up on the Daily Bugle for now, and then if they make an Avengers Tower, then he can go there, can't he? So that'll be all right. If I put you there and move that out of the way. All right, Saturday, no worries at all. Yeah, that's it. That's fair enough. Okay, so Scorpion can be in the green bit, like his acid attack, plenty of Spidey. All right, perfect. So I've got a wedge of them. So what does he do? Does he just stand high on top of this, just so he's much higher than everybody else? Does that make sense, or does that just look stupid? Because that he could literally just. Didn't want to do that. He can just stand. Get on there, up and over and oversee, and then the turtles could be around him. I don't know. That look. What was that like for a bit of transparent? And then just tile. Does that blue look all right, or should I carry on with a bit more green? Do we have this whole area green, or do we just have it going into the drain? Because we want those. I've got to get those turtles. I just need one of each. They just want to be around. Or what I do is I get some baby turtles. I think that might be an easier thing to do, and just have them as a bit of an Easter egg walking over the drain. That could work. That's just going to be tiled in grey. Just that bit there, because that's exactly 16 studs wide to where that Scorpion is. So that Scorpion could be like that. Could be up there. I don't know. Right. So he just needs to go on the floor then. Do you just stand on one of those green things, MJ? Like that. You can see him. I might just have to get the knockoffs because you can't get the proper ones anyway. But if I got the little baby turtles to go around that little Scorpion, for example, that could work. That could work all right. Right, we'll figure out what we're going to do with those. I like the fact that we're thinking docks for the Batman. I think that's that problem got. You got them really? How do you manage to get them cheap, dude? What did you get? Because they're the movie ones anyway, aren't they? They don't actually do the non-film, as in like the newer film. They don't do the older ones. I don't think. And they obviously come in multiple sets, which is just a right swine. Right, so Scorpion's there in the green. I'll tile that. Thanos and Iron Man in that back 16 by 16. Does Cap and Red Skull go beside them, or do I put them on a roof by maybe Emmett and Rex? Might do that. How did you manage to get them? Right, so Thor, Loki. Where can I hide these as a bit of a... Oh, okay, they can go in the back of the building. How about that? They can be having a conversation in the back of the building. There's nobody on the back of the building, so that'll do. It even fit in the back of the building. So he says why. Does that work there? Yeah, true. Yeah, that's true. I'll hide them behind the Daily Bugle for now, and then when that turns up, I can eventually do that and get that gone. Oh, sweet. You're actually laughing at that, indeed. Absolutely laughing. Captain America Red Skull. Put that on top. Just on top of the roof. Or does he go down with Iron Man and Thanos? Might use those four for that 16 by 16. And then that's that displayed down. Perfect. Right, let's get these. Yeah, true. True. We've got all of them, haven't we? The only thing, actually, we won't have the Hulk there because he's destroying stuff in the other thing. We're missing some, though, aren't we? That's a good idea, though. So we have, because we can do that now. Well, later. Yeah, true. It just depends if it's going to be if it's too close together. I don't know whether just to use the one Hulk, just being an idiot a bit further down. We've not duped up on any figure. We've only used one Spidey as well. So, apart from Hulk, because obviously if I had a She-Hulk cartoon one, I could just swap Hulk with She-Hulk and put the Hulk with the Avengers. And then you could get away with it that way, couldn't you? So you can have She-Hulk standing on Mr. Lego King. So I am looking at Iron Man, Captain America, Thanos. So Loki can just be watching from the roof. Hulk is there. We're missing. Obviously, the Hawkeyes we're missing, which is a shame. What the figures that aren't doing anything right now are for the Marvel: Thanos, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Red Skull, Loki. Any more down here? That's all for the Marvel, and then obviously for DC, we've got loads of them. We've got all the Batman and women, Bizarro, Superman, Wonder Woman, Bane, Flash, Mr. Freeze. I think that's all of them. I think that's every single one out. I mean, we've got plenty of Spideys, but we don't need more of them. Ah, that's it. Well done. Where is he? He must be in the box store then, because we've not taken him out. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know who that is. Focus. Any idea? Well, we've got the 16 by 16 in front of it, dude. So I can just stand them on that. I've got Robin, Jay's classic Dick. We have one of them. It's getting around. That is Jay. More Bank. Yeah, Captain. I've got the Captain Cold. I think is over this way. I've just seen him. He's holding his little. He's holding his little ice cream. Oh, that is Ultron. Okay, I couldn't quite work it out because it looks like he's got a bit of a weird mouthpiece on. So, Marvel wise, then. Robin is over there. Doomsday, Catwoman. Yeah, Catwoman's over there. That's got that bugger as well that I've just picked up at the box. So it's Ultron, the last one in this box, then, I think. All the characters are 8 for Marvel. Spider-Man on a skateboard. Another little thing, like these little accessory bits we can use on the docks. So I can clear the space, and then when we go live next, we can look into making the docks and just figure out what we can do. I've got the big boat. I do have a variation of a docks, but it might not work. We might just have to make it through. Yeah, this box is what Jay found. So all of the stuff's in here. So I know it's in here. So yeah, that's Doomsday and Superman scene sorted then, isn't it? That's all right. Oh, there's the ice cream geezer. There he is. So I've just put all of the DC stuff with the DC. So I think that is all of those figures. Obviously, we've got the little cars which are going to be made as the bumper cars for the theme park. Do you see the back signal? I've put the back signal on top of the police station. Apparently, it glows in the dark. Just turn the light off quickly and we can have a look. If you can see it. If I can see it. Not really. It does a little bit, but nothing massive. So there's a bit of a glow to it. Yeah, very true. Very true. Going through an haze thing. It's going through a phase. No, it did work. It did work. I mean, if I pull it off and just put it there, so you can see will it show. Yeah, there you go. Look. So it does glow. It's not bad for a tenner. Don't forget that comes with 2 bikes as well, and it comes with a grappling hook and all sorts of little bits and pieces, and that fits directly on top of the police station, which we have got 2 police figures, but obviously the main chappie comes in. All the figures from the Batman film seem to be in the cave. Slightly annoying. So yeah, I reckon. Well, to be fair, it's not bad for the. I don't think it's bad for the price. The 2 bikes are good. The figure torsos with those bikes are decent as well. They're both got. He's got an alternate head as well, so it's not bad. Right. So that is though. If I want to stand them on, so we don't lose those because they will get lost. So we're going to have some sort of. I guess we're just going to have a standoff. That'd be the easiest thing. What do we do with the Red Skull and Ultron, Joe? Do we just have good people versus bad people? So we're gonna have Loki on that. We can just have a bit of a villain-esque corner. I think it was better luck than judgment, to be honest. Well, they might have planned it, but I don't know. I mean, it does fit. It does fit on there, and then obviously then you've got the stairs down, and I've put, there's stuff. There's stuff there, but I don't know if it was meant. Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be like Royal Rumble. We could just have a massive battle in that corner. Maybe we just do that. All the Marvel figures that are left, just beating the living daylights out of each other. We can get War Machine involved and all of those that are over there. Right, so that's that bit done. Let me just tile this bit to please James. It's all grey. See, I've even tried to think it through and tile some bits where I possibly can, which is always helpful and handy. So we are doing. It does look like it's starting to come together, though, doesn't it? Slowly. Slowly. We're getting there. No, he's been about, Joe. He was from one of the magazines, so he's there. He's got the thing. Well, we got Spider-Man holding on to something on the Daily Bugle, but not doing too much. So we could have him swinging off the old rectum instead if it needs to be. Yeah, it's because he was on the boulevards. There's loads of photos. Yeah, I took loads of photos. Okay, it's photos I took from back in the day. So there's plenty of those about and dotted on the old social media stuff, but it is what it is with that. But I think this looks quite effective with everything in front, so that's fine. Right, so we're going to have a big Royal Rumble. Do we need anything in the middle of it, or were they just going to be on the path with a load of light grey for cracks, and then they just beat the living daylights out of each other? Would that just be the easiest thing to do? Because I can keep that really simple, have a cracked floor like we did with the Hulk, and then that'll be the last bit that we can actually fit on display then, because that'll be all of the 16 by 16s taken. Well, I say 16 by 16s, you know what I mean? The 32 by 32 split into 4 lots of 16 by 16. But yeah, if it's just going to be, so I can tile it differently, like I've done by this geezer, because there's some. I can either do it like we've done there, or I can do it how we've done it with the Hulk, because I put the light grey down to try and simulate cracks. Yeah, so Iron Man has the obviously the boosters, so we could try and boost him up a little bit higher. But yeah, it's if we wanted to do, because it would be the last thing, so we could get that out of the way, and then basically start pairing up all the DC figures, which would be quite cool. Because by the sounds of it, we need space for the Bizarro, Superman, and Doomsday. The Riddler can have his own bit down one of the side of the alleyways. The car needs to be parked probably in front of the docks. I still think the best idea so far, Jay, is the tumbler going up a side of a skyscraper. I think that's a brilliant idea. So I think that definitely needs to be a thing for sure. So yeah, I think that's the right call. And then that leaves just a little bit until we get the turtles and things. I might try and put where this Doris has just fallen over here with the cakes, these little studs. Maybe I might just put some benches and some trees there, just because it is technically on a path. So kind of makes sense. Has he got light grey in the base of his thing? Yes, he does a little bit. So we can add in Add in some light grey 1x2s. Obviously, we can transfer some of these figures over. We've got like an ice cream man there, and we've got a very happy, funny looking Joker. So that can be used as well. Right, that is done. So they are in and done. So that is the actual pattern. So it's what we did before, basically, just slightly different. So it's on its own. It's on its own doodah. We can have 3 figures on that space in front of the workforce. So he goes back on that. He's now, the reason why I've done that, in case you're wondering at home, is that he can now twist, but he won't fall off. Look, I moved the base plate rather than him falling off. So that's why I put him how I put him. I think that looks quite nice like that. Do we just have these 3? Got the random monkey kid geezer just there, not caring too much. You can be running, wondering what's going on, and then you need to pick your cakes back up. So we could do. That's quite difficult to do, Rand. That. So that could be. That's a 16x16 for anybody wondering at home, and in case you care. So that is that, which then leaves another 16x16. Thor's hammer cracking the floor, like that. Yes, Jay. Yes. Battle scene coming in a second. That is not coming in a second because that's not yet been purchased. Does the water look stupid? Do I pull it back up? Do we have more green? I think it needs something. I'm not too sure if that is enough green going in there, or is it just enough to realize what's going on? Because I don't want to tile this and then take the water up. If the water doesn't look right, I'll get shot of it. And then once that's done, it doesn't need any more vehicles in. I think the vehicles are all right. I think that works quite well with the hubcaps off for the Punisher display. We've got room up top. I need to grab Loki so we can move the Spidey. He can be coming off there. We could have him coming off the bank or the Sanctum, either or. So yes. So yeah, we've got options, which we like options. This is good. Well, I was going to, Jay, but instead we got the bikes, the Tumbler, and the Batman. So until the Sanctum I get, we can just move on to the DC area, and then we can carry on. In all fairness, it is kind of Jay's fault we didn't get it on the Saturday. He mismeasured something from IKEA, so I'm blaming you. Otherwise, we would have stopped off at the Lego store, Smiths, and I probably would have got it, to be honest. But that is the last building, and I think that looked quite smart. And then going by the pole, hang on, the pole's fitty. So the DC area is already going to be half a table bigger. So just as a recap, that area here can be the Ninjago city. We then go from the fire station, the Ghostbuster house, to basically like the garage as a city. And then this area from where you can see the diner and you can see the pink of the D and the turquoise building, that could all be more Marvel. So what we could potentially do is actually expand this on the lower tier and then maybe raise this up and put all the trees and stuff at the edge of the city. So yeah, we've got some ideas. So we could potentially do both. And obviously the Ninjago city is basically good to go there. So that can just go in and we can do some bits and pieces and jobs are good and everybody's living the dream, everybody's happy and so on and so forth. But yeah, we can do the docs first. Yeah, well, Prime will just be standing on one of the buildings, I think, dude. I think we'll have him crushing Well, I say he wouldn't really do that though, would he? He would just be walking about. Nothing in jargon can stay there. There's nothing wrong with it there. It then means we could actually fit all of the modulars on the bit where the Coke is, and then basically behind the Marvel display backwards, it could be more Marvel. So we could potentially do stuff. I mean, I like the look of it there. But obviously, if we brought it over, we can then put water in front of it. We can use the boat. It's only because when I push all the buildings together, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5 32 by 32s in length. So I'll probably have about 15 base plates of space once the city gets squished back together, because obviously we've moved 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the roads have come up and everything else. So we've actually got about 15 base plates of space that we've got to do something with. So it's a case of what would we like to do with it, basically. So I don't want it as it is. It's just too gappy. I want to sort of close it together, and almost have like an uptown downtown thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's those options. Works. So yeah, I just need to push them together. Obviously, what I could do, we've got say 6 32 by 32s, just split something up. I can just put a farm there and just put a tractor in the middle of it. So we could just do that to sort of dissect the different sections up. Makes sense? Yeah, it makes sense. Just like, not that I'm trying to get away from actually doing the Marvel stuff, but I don't think you guys can see on the camera how gappy this actually is now. So what we've done, obviously, is we've lost the police station. Now, bearing in mind, behind the police station, there was a space here for a parking bay. So that's 2 base plates girth, 3, 4 base plates girth, plus this length. Then you've got 1 base plate, 2 base plate roads. There's nothing in the corner. And then over there, we had another modular, and the road connecting. That's gone. And then we've got all of that space over here. So when we actually push it together, we can just bring this round and have a smaller, like this table, for example, this bit up to the back and to that back wall. This area, I could then just put all the modulars together to make it more fuller. And then that would potentially leave at least 3/4 of this table from where that corner all the way over would be basically nothing. So yeah, we've got a lot of space. So what do we do with it? So yeah, we want to sort of bring it all together and then carry on, because that's what we did do, didn't we? We had all of it together, and then we left that back bit free for expansion. But now it's well off. So I think it just needs to be pushed back together. I think that might be a good thing. There you go, lid's back on. So I think that might be a good thing to do. But then again, we could, if you want just like a normal city, we could add a well, nobody wants a drag strip or a floodlit football pitch, but we've got some of the older sets that we could add in from the Lego city. So there is those potential. Right, I'm guessing it'd be a good idea to maybe just smash out this floor. That might be a good idea. None of you said anything about the water, so the water can stay. And then I won't tile that bit just yet, but that can stay for now. Let me just check and make sure somebody slid into the DMs. Sliding into the DMs. Saturday. Oh no. No. Okay. Which is to send me a message before the live went live. New idea now. What? Go on. Hang on. Whoa. Hang on. I've missed something. So, pop culture, red. What he said, red. How. That's copywritten by Dan Who. I will screenshot that and send it over to Dan Who Reviews. Yeah, that's the plan for. That's why it's in the poll, Jay. That's what I could do. A floodlit football pitch. I've got the football pitch, the stadiums, the floodlights, the teams, the buses, everything. So I could do that. But are you talking about this city? Or are you talking about this city? Where are you going with this? Yeah, I think you just need to place things wherever for now, tidy everything. Yeah. So I think the best thing to do is push the modulars together, starting in this corner here where that set is. Still want stuff in front of it, so maybe just leave this space open because we can have like a nice park and stuff in front of that. And then I would actually like a car park for the Speed Champion cars. So we could maybe have a car park where this Coke bottle is, and just have all the Speed Champions parked in there. I can just tile that off. That'd be easy. Those two individual units went there, and that one came over. To be honest, apart from all of that could fit on that bit, and then that leaves 3, 6, 9. 15 base plates of space from what's already been used, and then there's another 3 or 4 bits on the other side. So yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, so I thought that's what you were talking about. I thought you were going to talk, but the only thing is that the stadium is a football pitch, not American football. But it would be easier for in the city. It would be easier to do it in the city because there's more space. Because I reckon a full stadium, probably 2 32 by 32s in length, maybe another 2 32s by 32 wide. Then you've got the floodlights and stuff. So it'd be, if we put it to this end of the city, then yeah, we could try and get the do it and have like the X-Men stuff. Because obviously Wolverine is actually up on the fan, isn't he? Which would then be close to. So that would work. I know what you mean with that. I would really like to do it for the Gotham. We could do it for the Gotham, but it would then mean we wouldn't have the water. So do we have a harbour, or do we have a stadium being absolutely smashed by Bane? And do we just incorporate multiple figures within that? Because I pulled it out a couple of times, and I put it back in and pulled it back out to get it ready to go into the city. And every time it's ready to go in, we end up moving the city around. It's never fitted. But now, because we, like I keep saying, we pulled 4 modulars out, and they were already spaced with how we got the roads. We don't need that as it stands now. So yeah, I think you'll probably get more docks. So if we say docks for Gotham behind me where that mess is, because I've even got the docks transportation truck. So I have got the docks somewhere in the pile of piles. So I just need to again try and pull that out and find that out. I'm guessing we can keep the Apocalypseburg there as a Statue of Liberty that's battered, because obviously that would be in the water. Put the docks in front of it. No, that'd be nice. Yeah, I might move. I might get the city rearranged on the next. I might do it later tonight. It depends how smooth it goes. Yeah, well, with all these big base plates that we've got, we won't because don't forget how we had it. We had 2 exits out and coming this way, but because it's changed, it's changed ever so slightly. I could put the football pitch. Just here. That would work. That'd be perfect. It's the right width. That base plate comes off, and then we can still get the Ghostbuster car out. It's not too tall that you won't see the modulars either, but we can then see all of that. That'd be perfect. I can bring the diner, can go back by the restaurant over there, pull that road out, and then that's 2. And then yeah, we can do something. Then I'll probably add in maybe a farm of 2 32 by 32s. I've got the chicken coops and stuff, haven't I? So we've got the tracks and stuff, so we can do something a little bit better with that. And then as it comes round, it can just get more and more destructive as it gets closer and closer to the Marvel bit. And it's such a shame that that Spider-Man bridge isn't bigger, because if the Spider-Man bridge was there, we could have literally have made the modular side of it and then dissected it up with the bridge, and then go into more of a rundown bit, which then links into the Marvel bit at the same time. I wonder though if they're going to be releasing more X-Men figures soon, Jay, because if they've got that Wolverine out randomly, I wonder if they will release some more. Yeah, we had a bit of a big research evening and found the Deadpool helicopter set with Magneto in for like, it's expensive, like 65 quid. But the guy doesn't get back. But this was a good while back now. Right, we're going to have heroes, villains. Are we going left to right? We're having the villains facing the heroes with the villains back to the rectum, or are we having the heroes' backs to the old rectum facing the other way? How do you want it? The clash of the things going on. Oh, really? Oh, of course there was. Of course there was, Mr. JD. Well, maybe that'd be worth it just for the Magneto then. Maybe we could have that, and then we could have. Well, if I put that actually work really well, because if look at these ideas flowing from the dream team and Saturday Ave and everybody else when they come back. So we've got, obviously, you guys know, you flipping created it. We've got the slope that doesn't work because Rhino's in the way. But if I then put the pitch here, it links directly in with the Marvel Carnage, doesn't it? So it will go all of the Marvel stuff, all of the Grand Crew as such, and then where all those cars are, all the way over to where War Machine is, to the edge of the table, that could just be an X-Men display. So we could go real hammer and tong. Yeah, because if you guys can, I know it's hard to see. I don't know if you guys can see it, but if you can visualize how big this X-Men display set, scene could be, because that's a 32. That's a 32. And then we got this little gap just in front of it, which I would just then road. But it's also 32. So we've got 4.5, 2.5 base plates wide, haven't we? So it's say 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base plates probably in total for the pitch and an X-Men display. And then we could use we could keep that there because it's quite a nice size. And if I brought this right to the edge of the table, we could then just have like a little picnic area out the front of it just there. So that could be our X-Men display then. What do we reckon? Is that enough room? I think that should be enough room, shouldn't it? Four 32s by 32s. That doesn't need a road outside the assembly square. It never had one anyway. So we'd have this walkway out the front of the assembly square, and then it goes off into the normal city, and then we'll just figure it out as we go. Mr. JD, Mr. Killian, you are a bunch of legends. Yeah, I think so. I think you guys rock. To be fair, I think that'll work. I'll build the picture, put it there, and then as and when the figures turn up, we can just have the main X-Men display in the center of the pitch, because that's obviously a key thing. It will change eventually, but it does mean that we'll have enough space in the car park and around for all of the other X-Men figures as and when they come out, which would be cool. Right, I have put this off enough. I said about a Royal Rumble, and yeah, we'll just do it. So on the left-hand side, we will have you. Thanos can be there. I guess it needs to sort of be a one-on-one, doesn't it? So it's got to be Thanos versus Loki. That just makes sense, doesn't it? Thanos versus Loki. Red Skull America face-to-face. Iron Man Thanos face-to-face. 3 little displays on 1 16x16. Killian, you're a genius. Absolute genius. So we said, what's 16 divided by 3? Quick maths, somebody. Quick maths. 16 studs. Divide that by 3. That's how many studs I can give each display. And it's not quite an Avengers Assemble as we started with, but it could work just the same. What I can do is I can have him. I can have Loki propped up. I need a set of lime green legs for Loki. Lime green legs. That is the only issue, because the superhero stuff, as in case you didn't know, only comes with they come with fixed children's legs. 5 with 1 left over. Oh, that's all right. That's fine. That's fine. Of course it is. Of course it is. We get 5 studs each. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yes. Oh, that'd be easy for Thor. Because I'll go 1 by 2, 1 by 1, 1 by 2, and the 1 by 1 will be the light grey going down the middle, straight line down the middle, and then Loki can just be falling over. So that'll simulate Jay's hammer hit. So that'll be the first miniature display, the first mini display done. Well done, Jay. Happy days. No panic for that then. No panic for that at all. We like that. Right, so we're going to have Thor versus Loki, Red Skull versus Cap, Iron Man, Thanos. Only thing is we have Ultron as well. Who does Ultron battle against? Who does he go for? Might go for a wiggle. Like a wiggle crack, Jay, for Thor's hammer. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know if it's going to give that texture that we're after, to be honest. No, I haven't got. I've only got Ultron. I haven't got Vision. Or do we bow him out of this display and then do we just hide him somewhere, or do we try and use him? I'm trying to do your crack, Jay. I'm trying to make you proud. But I'm not too sure if it will do the trick, to be quite honest. But so Loki needs to be tipped over and falling backwards, but I haven't got the right legs for him. What does this look like for a crack? Yeah, it's fair enough. Yeah. Does that work as a crack through the floor? Obviously, I will double that up. So it's because each person will get the same girth for display. So as Killian very easily worked out, there's one overhang. I was in my head trying to work out what a 16 by 16 was, rather than just working out the width of it because I'm an idiot. But does that look like a crack if Thor stands on? Obviously, I need to get the nipple he stands on, and he could be smashed either leaning backwards to do whatever. If I stood him on that, for example, does he lean back with his arm up in the sky? And then it comes across, and Loki's tipping over and falling backwards, or I don't know. Does that work? Oh, Killian, you're on fire. Hang on. Oh no, the old ones have white, Killian. I've got the old Octane Turk directly in front of me. An acceptable crack. Ah, damn it. What I should have done is where I've got the light grey crack, I should put the single grey bits and then make it look like the darker greys breaking up. Yeah, yeah. So you want him hitting the floor rather than getting the light in. Okay, right. So what I should have done, because I'm an idiot, is the thing is, it's a bit awkward to bend them over, Jay, to be honest. You're not really going to see them. The only thing I can do for him to be seen and bent over is actually have him facing forward. Kid's like, yeah, just get on with it. He just looks like he's bowing. Look. Can he get away with that? And then what I do is where the dark 1x2s are, I use the cracks. But I'm not too sure if yeah, we've got to put a good bit of detail on this, haven't we? We've got to finish. We've got to finish strong. I need to get the lid off. Hang on. Yeah, you've been transferred. You've been changed to a different pab cup. Being transferred. There we go. That's what we need. Plug you back in. And you're away. There we go. Laughing. All right, it's better if I have him forward with his leg overhanging. You can't see, can you? You can't see anything. He's there. Can you see him? Just there in all of his glory. Oh, look at you two think you're on the same page, hey? Look at you two. Right. His tip is touching. Are we happy with the tippage? Friday night tippage. And then obviously he'll be falling over. And then I'll have all of these little bits there all cracked. Yeah, splendid. Splendid. Many years of playing with your 6-inch. Absolutely. Take that however you guys want to, but that is exactly what's it. Yeah, good bit of tippage. Okay, we like that. Right. So the only problem with me doing it on a 32 by 32 is I can't put it on my lap. It has to stay where it is. So it's a bit of a swine. So I only have the water slopes. I don't have any of the colours, no, which is a bit annoying. But if I use some basically I miss a couple of tiles as well, so it's a bit on the damaged side. It might give that effect that he's just, oh god, that's why my fingers are bruised. Might give the effect that it's smashed. But no, the slopes will work well, but we don't have any. They will be definitely needed. If I could get them, that'd be wicked. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can't get them off. Right. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I need some cheese slopes, but I don't have. I got nothing really. I've only got tiles. I don't have any anything of anything. It's anything. I'll see. I'll see if I can create the effect, and if it looks absolutely god awful, then obviously we'll go back to the drawing board. But obviously it will give that illusion a little bit better when the rest of the tiles are done a little bit smoother. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His hair's falling off. Get your hair back on you. Come on. I think that looks all right. It looks better. Yeah, I haven't got. Oh, I just don't have anything more tiles. Don't forget, all I did was buy all the tiles for the city. But we never went this sort of depth into the displays. But that is J Toy Collections UK's crack of 5 studs. Minus Thor not being able to go down. We have got tippage, crackage, sortage. Just need a set of green legs. I am looking around for. Oh, hang on. I found some. The transporter there. Look, he's got the legs that we need. Come here. He's drinking his coffee. I feel bad. I feel bad for this figure, but he's for the greater good. For the greater good. It's the same green as well. I think it's the same green. God, his legs are stiff. He's been sat like that for years. Hang on. He'll be alright. He looks cool. Look, his head's come off. All right, can you tell that one of those figures is from the early, like the mid-90s? Does that look the same colour? Are we happy with that? So we now have a full Loki. Do you think you're able to use those tiles you could use for the Cobble Street? Ah, yeah. Yeah, like the little nips and things. Yeah, they've got this sand though. That's the kind of thing it wants to be as well, doesn't it? It wants to be. I need to pick some of them up. Loki is erect and correct. Good. Hang on. And he'll be falling backwards like that, yeah? Loki is erect. Yeah. All right, well, we can tweak it because when we can see what. Hang on. I might have some spares in my head. Looking in my head. Hang on. What have we got in here? Yeah, so for those like little button nips, I have got. Hang on, there's a dark grey there. Light grey one there. That's that one. I could give it a bit of texture, Killian, if you think that would look. Green won't do. These are all like spare pieces, which have never actually been. That just ended up in here. Oh, hang on. That's a handy piece as well. We can put one of them in. So if I added in some of them, rather than taking anything away. That could, he says, potentially. Get on. Yeah, that looks better, Killian. Just a little bit, nothing too crazy. just him smashing it up. Right, what do you think? There we go. That's it. So there's a little bit more texture in there. That work for Loki's erectness, along with Thor's tippage. Are we happy? Yeah, no, they're not too bad, these, actually. They're not too bad. They're nice and comfortable. Nice and comfy. Not too bright. He's all right? Yeah, so there we go. Right. Hopefully that is in, and that we good with that one. So Loki is done, which is nice. Yeah, it's just a little bit of texture. I'm gonna have to angle him so he's falling back, so that's fine. I can, to be fair, just make the rest of that, just fill the rest of that in so it doesn't look like I've not bothered on purpose. And some more 1x2s. Right, so the next battle off then. Who's it going to be and what thing do we want? So I'm assuming the furthest one away will be Thanos and Iron Man because they'll be the tallest. So from elimination, it's going to be either Vision fighting nobody or Cap. What, instead of the grey, you mean? Or use the water translucent tiles as and replace it with the grey so it looks like it's the lightning on the floor. Take it easy, Mr. JD. Enjoy yourself. Have a good evening. Enjoy tomorrow. Yeah, I haven't got an Ultron yet. Not from this one. I thought Vision and Ultron would be a good one. So yeah, I haven't got that. Maybe what I could do is put the blue over some of the little nipple studs. I don't know what that would. Not sure. Not sure. What do we think? Yeah, I haven't got Vision, dude. Sorry. I haven't got Vision. So could do something like that, bud. Yeah, there is. That him. Yeah. Just sort of gives that after effect, doesn't it? Yeah. It's not too much. It's simple enough. Has a little bit of colour. And if we can get the effects from his hammer, we can then add that on. So that'll be good. So that's a good little one done. So that's that done. So what do you want to do, Killian? You got pride of place now because Jay's getting set up for his events tomorrow. Do you want to do a DC one, or do you want to do the next Do you want to do Iron Man versus Thanos, and then we can work on some height? How would you like to do it? And then see exactly what is what. Yeah, I think so. I think you can just see that it's just going off, can't you? I think that's the plan. Now, if I look at my head, have I got any translucent orange, whites, and blues? Maybe reds to get Iron Man up and off the floor. Because what I'm going to need, Killian, is a load of headlights, aren't I? Headlights and brake lights. Can I get away with clear? Because if I can get away with clear, I have some. There they are. Oh, Jay's gone. Well, yeah, to be honest, I think the biggest thing that we need to have a big old debate about is, which we can talk about as I find these. I've just found loads of those clear pieces. Can you remember I bought them all for the lava display for the Star Wars? Excuse me. So I can actually make Iron Man really, really high with these, with the blue bits on top. So I don't need the poles. I've got loads, hundreds of them. So we can just add him as high as we want with his rocket boosters, because I won't take him off from where he is, but he actually came with two blue rocket boosters in the set. So he is actually on them there, look. So I can make him much, much taller. So that'll be pretty cool. And it's the same piece, just in a different color. So might have, by complete mistake, got that going. Right, so this is open to anybody in the background, anybody that is coming back, catching this up or whatever else. Where we've got the green and the white, we just need to think what that section is going to be. Because do we do that as the alleyway? If that then needs to be a normal road into the docks? Because as that stands, we can't connect the docks to the city unless we had the road coming round this way. So we could go the other side of the police station. So we could potentially keep the alleyway where it is, which is the front of that car. The road goes round the other side of the police station. Obviously, I haven't tiled underneath the rest of the train track yet. But the green and the white 16 by 16 can be two separate displays, but I don't know what they can be. So that is, and again, the big one is, what is the third building if it's not going to be a skyscraper? Or do we have just the skyscrapers together? Do we not, on this side, if I took those 16 by 16s away, we could just have a row of buildings. So if we're now having the docks and adding all that in, we could have at the edge of the table, which I've just shown you, 32 by 32 by 32. Obviously, the train track bridge down the middle. The road then goes either between the two buildings or behind the police station, and then that opens up to loads more display pieces. So do we make it very claustrophobic city like it would be in Gotham, and then we open it up in the harbour where everybody else is, because that would then allow us to have 3 32 by 32s and still have enough space out in front of the Joker Manor. Let us know in the comments below. Simple as that. Right. Clear foliage. I've pulled them up for you now, Killian. Sorry. I've just realised I look like a Smurf as well. I'm blue on blue. I did have a hoodie on, but it started to get a little bit hot. I have plenty of the translucent orange as well. See? Yeah, I think so, dude. Yeah, I think it's just for pictures and reels and just stuff like that. I think it's going to look really. I mean, this is probably obviously we've worked on this for a long time. We've been doing it sort of once or twice a week, but you can see there's a thought process behind it. Oh, I have some clear grey bricks in here. Didn't know they were in here. Yeah, I've got the fire wedges. Yeah, I've got the fire wedges and I've got loads of flames. So the only thing we haven't really used in the Marvel section yet is fire. And I can already hear Jay screaming if he's watching this back on the replay. It would be the Ghost Rider, wouldn't it? So that means this space just here has to be the other Ghost Rider character. We've got the bike, but the car's a different minifigure. So maybe that's the case, right? How tall do we make Matey Bum Squid? How many of these do we add on? Because if for example, he's got baby legs, so I need proper legs on him. I need red trousers for him. Especially as Thanos has already got the correct legs on. Anybody got correct legs? Got plenty of blue legs, just no red. Yeah, Punisher car has the two little flames on the back, but if you want like full-blown destruction with all of these on the floor and everything everywhere, we could have the Ghost Rider doing something to somebody. Because obviously the bike has to stay up there. The bike looks. I haven't seen anybody else not have anything bar that on the side of their bugle. So it's quite nice that it's different. Right, I need red legs. Who has red legs? Come on now. Talk to me. Got a tree, wheelchair, barrel. I don't know if I've got enough of these. I mean, there's probably about 20 of them in there. Spider-Man red or blue on some of his. Is he all red? Oh, he's blue. They're all blue, aren't they? Got you a spare set of red. Yeah, the only problem is, dude, that like all of that is in that cupboard. So I'm just wondering if I had anything I've taken photos with. That would have had them. Red bricks. Bricks. Got a load of. I've had an accident brown bricks. I've got some red legs there, but I think they're children's legs. Ah, yes, they are. Kids. More blue. Blue. Oh, I've got a lot of blue legs. God, the Star Wars is all brown. Of course it is. Oh, well, not to worry. I will find the legs because I will have legs about. I'll find them straight away, but I won't waste any time. I'm not going to steal them from the Ninjago section. That would just be silly. And the workforce people here, they'd be blue or orange combo, wouldn't they? None of them will have. No, I've got to go into that cupboard to get the football pitch out, so that we'll have all the legs in there. Yeah, I'm looking at him right now. I'm like, do I? He's a kid, isn't he? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll give him children's legs. I was looking at him like, no, I can't do that, but we will. Oh no, they're printed. I can't. They're not plain. Ah. Anybody else in Ninjago? No, there isn't, dude, I'm afraid. There is not. Never mind. I'll grab them out tomorrow. Yeah, I'll grab them out tomorrow. So three, I will say, effects is a minifigure with baby legs. If I go against Thanos, so we can use that as a guide. We will have. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So Thanos. Right, so 4 effects is exactly a minifigure high, in case you wanted to know. So how tall do we make him up and off the floor? Do we make him like, well, we can go as high as we want. So how high do you want him? Because he'll be basically crotch height there. So do we make him taller? What do you reckon? We could make him pretty tall, to be fair, if we wanted to. Not too just thought about. I'm not sure if I haven't seen Lego King tonight. Must be busy. Right, so he's going at the end. Hang on. I guess they'll be quite close together though, these two, Killian, won't they? He's flying up at him. It'll be slightly different gappage. So we have this. No, I think, yeah, I'm making sure I haven't missed him. Never 100% sure. I'm not always looking at the screen. So that's that. Hang on, I need to unlock the phone so I can actually see without breaking my neck turning. So do you reckon that's high enough? Getting there, he's getting there, isn't he? Because we could have him facing forward, fighting somebody else. And then we can have Cap. So we can have those two battling it out. Close together, like hand-to-hand combat just there if need be, look. It just looks like all the construction workers are watching everything that's going on now, doesn't it? Because there's stuff going on everywhere, so... that's a good call. That's a great call. All right, we'll make him massive. Yeah, good call, sir. Well done. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah. So if I... he's going to need to be probably... I think 2 would be level, 3 would just be slightly taller. Now, I know this is the cartoon version of Thanos, but obviously you can buy the really meaty version, can't you? Which would be obviously a lot taller than all the other figures. But that's not. We're not doing the MCU stuff. We're doing all the cartoons. So in case anybody's asking why we've gone for the way that we've gone for. It's still not as tall as Sandman. Got it wrong. I can't count. You need to. But getting these completely randomly has saved the evening. So that's what they're looking like. I've got a funny feeling, dude. I have one, I think, because I think it comes in the in-game set. And I think I have that set. So there's potential that, you know, the end game with the van and Ant-Man and stuff. So he's taller. He's not massively taller, but he is taller. You guys decide. Yeah, I know the massive. I know the really expensive one's the Hulk, isn't it? That's the thing. But that's that is that. So does that work for Iron Man? So yeah, potentially. So I'll try and potentially find it. But does that work for height? And Mr. Saturday, welcome back. We've added in stuff. So we've done Thor getting angry, breaking up the floor for Loki. These are just placed. We have, after you can see, I've not done anything else yet, but we're thinking Iron Man versus Thanos. Flash Pants, good evening to you, sir. How are we? We are designing and actually doing something. Check us out for a change. How are we on a splendid Friday evening? We've come up with an idea, everybody, that we're going to, obviously, because the city's sort of been ripped to pieces, we're going to rejig it all. And this whole front section here, we're going to put a football pitch in and then put all the X-Men stuff in there as and when it comes out. Back to town. What, you going out tonight? Are you coming back from town? So let me just keep that there for a second. Does that work with the height, or does he need to be taller? And is it going to be as simple as him on there with Thanos looking, and I just tile it and it's done? And then we can just add in any other figures that we're missing. Maybe we could just do that. But how's everything been with you, Flash Pants? Saturday, we good? We've not done any. You've not missed anything from this side, anybody? So you're all good on there. We've got quite a lot of ideas. I'm tempted actually to maybe go live tomorrow afternoon as well, just because it's quite a nice thing to do. Ooh, been on holiday, lovely. Do you have a nice time? I can do. Yeah, if you want Thanos higher, I mean, we can put them up on something. I've got that on the floor. Can we put them on that? It's grey. This work? So what sets Saturday is did they come from? Because there's I've obviously slept on all the sets. I'm not 100% sure what they are. Absolutely no idea what that piece is. No idea. I just found it on the floor, but it does potentially work. What do you think? Where did you go, buddy? I can add some of the darker bits onto that as well, just to sort of split it up. I'm trying to hold you with one hand and do it with the other, so I'm sorry it was a little bit weird and wavy. All right, Flashbangs, no worries. Yeah, it probably is. I've actually got a bit of castle stuff, but it was just randomly on the floor. So if that works, I can just make the top of it slightly darker. Ideally, and maybe more cleverly, I should put the gems on the thing. So probably what I should do is have each colour on the thing off his gauntlet. Maybe that'll work. Will that work? Talk about making it up as we go along. That could actually look quite nice. Can we make that up with his gauntlet? Because I have all of the gauntlet colours, which means I will have spare colours, and there's 5 things, and there's 1, 2, 3. You could put all 5 at the top. Do you do that? Unless I can find the actuals. There's no way I've got pink. The yellow's on there, that's fine. Clear, that's not right. Circular orange, I've got a brake light somewhere. Must have, surely. Must have. That idea sounds rubbish and it doesn't look very good, then obviously let me know. Let me know now before I waste time hunting those bits down. I think I might just use the gauntlet that I've got on that and just see what it looks like. If he steps back onto there, you can have all of the stones on. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 5. 5. Job's a good one. Job is a good one. Okay. Tell you what, you guys are amazing at sorting this stuff. So all I do is I steal his little gauntlet studs for now, because obviously this is the fist from that figure, because it comes with cars and everything. So if I use them on here, and then I'll fill in the other gaps around with a bit of an egg, a bit of an Easter egg. We like them for his gauntlet. If I fill in these pieces with the dark pieces, like so. I think just by complete fluke, does that work? Just when you turn around and go, no, it looks disgusting. Why have you done that? I'll be like, well, I shouldn't have done it. I'm sorry. But as a thing, can we get away with that? This thing? Not anything else we could use. So that might be the only way. I'll plonk that down. What do we think? Right, so this is what it looks like. That work with the old Iron Man. If I just tile the ground that they're on, maybe might be onto something like that. Because this isn't going to be, I say it's not going to be much of a display. This is just going to be these two going against each other. So it's not going to have sort of the effect, I wouldn't imagine. But yeah, it's because it you can see the colours just pop a little bit, don't they, off that? So I think it works. Iron Man up top. Right, so that's this bit done. That bit done. These studs here, obviously, I need to tile. Do I just tile it down here? And do we leave it open? Get over. Do we leave basically the square that we've created behind Loki? Do we leave that for another figure, or should I just fill it in? So this square there, do I fill that in, or do we leave it open to put a couple more figures and then I tile it? Because I'm not too sure what figures we've got left, but we will have more to add. So nah, don't worry, dude, it's all right. Don't worry. No, we've been doing this display over the last couple of evenings, and it's starting to take shape. But we're leaving a little bit of space there for some turtles, leaving a little bit of space there for something. We're not nobody's not 100% sure. We're not sold on that bit yet, are we? We've got a square gap that we could maybe just put a figure in and just have him walking around. Maybe. Hang on. Because we haven't got anybody from the MCU in there, so we're not gonna add any of those people in. I haven't added in or not added in anybody wrong. We could have a generic figure in there. I'm just making sure that I've not missed anybody, because the Magneto set will be away from here. Obviously, we could put a civilian in there and just have them running. That'd be easy enough to do. But we could just leave that bit as a thing, or we put Cap and Red Skull in that gap, and then we leave the other gap open bigger outside of the thing. Yeah, we could do. Well, we've got the Soap and Suds place, haven't we? So if we actually we could actually have a figure half and half as a bit of an egg. Yeah, exactly. Who? What one could we have? There's got to be some more, because all the superhero-y ones are all the cartoon figures, and it's the same type of figures that come with the Daily Bugle. So we've not added in any MCU figures on purpose. Yeah, sorry, dude, I was completely nuts. Yeah, Thor would have worked, but we've just done a Thor and Loki hammer thing. So maybe let me go back through the box and make sure that we've not missed anything. There's got to be some other figures from these that. Oh, they do the agent. They do. Got a Red Hulk in here. Oh, remember these? Anybody recognize any of these? No, don't worry. Don't worry, Saturday. Not a problem at all. Don't you worry. We're just bouncing loads of ideas around. I don't know if you've just seen what we've done with. Well, yeah, we could have a DC villain just coming out of that thing, and I found them. What I got from well, on the side of the police station, it does advertise that shop and go, so that would link the two together. So yes, that's it. Coulson, modern dude. That's it. I was like, that's the agent. So yeah, if I had Coulson, it could have gone there. I have got Fury somewhere. I've got Nick Fury. So we could. There he is. So I've got. These are MCU though, so they're not going to work. I know, but we've got Tony as a civilian. Just in his wife range, yeah. Yeah, they came with two figures, two little cars like this, and they're like £3 each in total. So it works out to be like 50p a thing. So we got him. Well, we have got Flash. So we need to find a pair of trousers. What figure would cut? What figure or what figure comes with a swimwear leg? Because we need a skin tone, don't we? And he could just be holding on to his red legs. Because Jay said about having Flash pants on the roller coaster going around the Joker Manor, but we could use Flash pants because you are here, Flash pants, walking out of the soap and suds with his pants. So we could do that. Ah, the guy with the duck. I've got him. I've got a box there of bags and bags like this of just figures in. This isn't them. This is from a calendar. He's the only one, isn't he? Is he the only one? Yes, we got Batman smoking jacket. It's from Joker Manor. Is he in the Joker Manor? Yeah, it's like that. I know. It's bad. I'm sorry. It's an illness. I'm sorry. I really like that idea, having a DC figure coming out of that because it's linked with the police station. Right, let me just quickly show everybody that's just popped in, and I'll show Saturday as well what we've just done, man, just so you guys can quickly see what we've done, so we get you up to date with everything. So that is Thor and Loki. We just added that bit in with a cracked floor, so that's okay. And then we've just added in that with that. So I think hopefully that looks okay. What we're talking about is that we have a soaps and suds bit just there, basically a laundrette. And on the police station, on the other side of the sign, is the artwork for that. This is our DC area. This is our Marvel area. We need somebody here, just random, and then potentially having those two there battling away. He'll be battling somebody when we find the figure for it. So, smoking jacket, but he comes with a lobster as well, doesn't he? What set's he from? Oh, blast. I've got to have smoking jacket guy. Yeah. Hang on. I was getting all happy with that. The two people that come in, 3 and 1 create a surf shop, don't have skin tone legs. They just have trousers on. And I guess that's annoying. Yeah, no, the CMF, I know the the yellow legs. This guy's the superhero ones. He's not yellow. Yeah, obviously because of Marvel and DC, they're not yellow, are they? They're coloured to their character. So this one would need white legs, or we have Batman smoking jacket. Anybody else that wants to get involved, feel free. Absolutely. I am spinning the Joker man around. I don't know. No, it didn't come with this set. What set's the waistcoat Batman from? It's perfect from the Lego movie, but he didn't. The Joker Manor came with all of the fancy figures like this. So you got all of those white ones. The only thing we could do is put a set of white legs on the bottom of Flash. And it looks like it's just out with character clothes, but that's annoying. We've done really well on legs so far. Yeah, what set is Smoking Batman jacket from? Or is he a CMF? It is right. It's a CMF. CMF. Where would that be? Taking a photo with him as well. So bad. Oh, it's so bad. Came with a red lobster as well, didn't he? Have I used him and put him in one of the modulars, or am I going to look through every single box and realise he's in there? Yeah, that's a good figure. Again, that would be in the same bag as that Batman, which could be anywhere. Unless we put pink on him, and it looks like the clothes just ran. You know, it's like he's holding a different things. He's been given 2 pairs, or And this is something else that we can get around with, like a disaster that's happened. Right, I've got figures in here from season 13, 14. There's the pig and the queen. Some of these went back. Got the spooky tales. Oh, these figures are amazing. Big birthday cake, flower pot, loads of police people. Pizza Head, Scorpion, the Mummy, the Knights, all the different Lego colour bricks, the pea pods. That's in that folder. Fireworks, balloons. Oh, handy thing to know. That's here. Look, there we go. I didn't realise that's the Stranger Things Hawking Police Department car, and the Stranger Things set is in here as well. What else have we got in here? Birthday cake, elephants. Yeah, there's some stuff in that one, and then there's a suitcase full of them as well. Yeah, yeah. Yes. I'm not that organised, but yeah, they're in a ring binder, and there's 2 folders from basically season 1 to the latest season, with each pack instruction manual and all the figures that are in there and a tick list. So that's basically how that worked. So yeah, it's organised well. It was organised well, but different life. That was different life, which is a real shame. Yeah, I'm tempted to put the Hawkins Stranger Things set in with the graveyard and have it over in there, and maybe just have that over, and then I can just put the car in the city anywhere. Yeah, maybe. There's loads of stuff that's organised in that box. I just need to go through it. It's all done by my better half at the time, and then yeah, amazing organisation. Yeah. I can't really get to the suitcase. I mean, there's a suitcase full, brimmed of more folders and figures and things, and then at the back, as you guys know, there's boxes about hip high, 3 of them, with Lego sets all the way through from 97. Yeah, it's the upside down Stranger Things house. So it's this. That is the one. That's it, Legoland Castle Hotel, when I stayed there, using use of this bag. Right, anyway, before we worry too much about finding the skin tone legs for Flash, we will put Flash over there, so we know that's the right thing to do, or we'll put the Batman suit. Yeah, basically. That's the problem. Is I don't think that figure's in there. I think it's in one of these bags, because I've taken a load of these bags out, because obviously when I take photos, I put them in basically food bags like that when I was taking the photos, and then obviously they just get stockpiled up. But I remember seeing it recently, so it's not going to be in that box. Is it over here? Entertain yourselves for a second. I've got a Batman figure, but it's not the right one. It's another different Batman figure with a cape. I will have to dig and hunt that one through. Yeah, I think I saw it. When I started to sort out all of these, so I've got like the CMF Wonder Woman here. I've got Aquaman there and stuff. So I've started to sort some stuff out, but it's not gone nowhere near as organised as that, which is my own doing. But that does make life a lot easier. So I try and get it back to that sort of standard. Got Wild Style. Answer that is no, but it will look good for what we're doing for. So, right, we need to move on. Moving and on. So we've got a good idea for the Batman smoking jacket or flash pants, and his pants as a pair of wide fronts. No, it's like I said, I pulled loads of bags out. I've got more around the city because I took some photos the other day. Didn't bother uploading them, but I just wanted to take some photos. So I think I've seen it, and I've just piled everything on top of each other to be able to carry on with this display. So just needs to go back through. So can you remember the old Toys R Us lorry? I've got the front of it there, and then I found the back of it as well. So we've actually got the old Toys R Us with the Toys R Us shop up here. There's a lot of that sort of thing. Enjoy getting off and back on again, Flash Pants. You take it easy, sir. Thank you for popping in. Glad you and the Littons have had a good holiday. So yeah, good luck jumping over. Right, we need to do these two. Are we doing anything exciting with these? Are we making it violent and we having them like really close? Sort of a battle scene. So if we should have a Zed that's about to get taken off by the sword, like close. Oh, you can have a close combat scene. That'd be a good one. Right, blue trousers. We've got plenty of them. Spider-Man's legs can come in handy for that. Oh, they're tiny bendy legs. Oh, exciting. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Full length black as well. Full length black. Not really blades. It's obviously not going to happen. I think if I'll put these down and then we'll put the tiles around them. That might work for placement. Let's have a look. What do you always think of this with regards to like a battle? Because we've got stuff going on, but what do we think of this side of thing? And then obviously I can put the proper legs on and then tie him up. Does that work? Can we get away with that? Right. Small legs fixed, medium-sized bend. Yeah, I've just realised that Spider-Man has teeny tiny legs, but they bend. But he looks the same height as those. So I know they changed the children's legs to bend now, didn't they? But yeah, do we have it just close? So if you get an overhead shot, you can see. So if I just tile that little area, and that's them done. I can put a little bit of what I do if I tile. I put like 6 or 7 tiles down, then we'll call it quits. Call it quits on that, and then could potentially go on again tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening maybe, and just do it again. Kick off again from 6:30, and we can just carry on with this. I'll try and get the DC side of it tidy, and then yeah, maybe do another live either tomorrow or do it Sunday, which would be easier, tomorrow or Sunday. I know the kids are going back to school on Monday, so I'm not too sure how well Sunday evening would do, to be honest. Yeah, not 100% sure how well that would do. Where's Switch? Right, couple of tiles, and then that's done. And then we can attack it and worry about it later. Might, just as a bit of a silly thing, leave it like that with the little legs on, and just see if anybody actually spots it. Doesn't look too bad, that. That looks nice. I'm going to leave it like that. I will show you, Killian, and then anybody else that wants to see it, and then we will call it quits for tonight, and then potentially carry on with it at the weekend. If not, we'll go from there. So, last thing. There you go. Look, does that work? So that is what we have created this evening. I think that looks okay, to be honest. And that does the. I think that does the trick. A little bit different. And then, like we said, we've got the little gaps to play with. So we've got 2 more little gaps to figure out what we can put minifigure wise. Does depend if also we need to think of if we do the Spider-Man bit over there as well. So we'll see that how it goes. But that's it. That's it. And that's done. Guys, thank you very much for watching. And yeah, we'll figure out what we're going to do with that on the next few. So yeah, I think it looks all right, Killian. I think it looks okay. So we'll leave it there, and then we'll carry on. We'll carry on with it either, like I said, either tomorrow or Sunday. Maybe tomorrow, because Sunday I think might be a bit hit and miss with regards to everybody getting ready to go back to school. Because I know they are in Canada and America and over here as well. So not all the schools are this way. I think they might go back the following week. But we've got 2 little displays on that 16x16 still to do. So we've got actually quite a lot going on that 16x16. It's quite nice. Little turtles to be added in. Need to figure out what we're going to do with that bit. And then it's over to that bit. So if I can make the space for the docks tomorrow, it would make sense to do that as well. So, Killian and anybody else that is watching, I will catch up with you later on. Look after that leg, Killian, as well. Make sure it doesn't get infected, and keep us up to date with how you're getting on with your city as well. Because I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to do with that, with how you're going to divide your your 16 by 16s and everything up, it'd be quite an interesting thing for you to do, because you literally built it from scratch, laid the floor, and then built all the cabinets and stuff. So fair play to you. But I will catch up with you later on. And just remember, if you're wondering what the DC looks like, that is what we are going to be trying to do over the next few lives as well, because I think that does look quite effective. Yeah, that's it. So we'll get it all tidy, pull out that. I need to get the pitch, add that on. That's obviously another thing that we could potentially just do as a short 45 minutes, an hour live. Just bring the city in and actually just give it a tidy, and just crack on and go from there. Right. Take it easy, sir. Look after yourself, Killian. I'll catch up with you soon, buddy, okay? Bye.